10.3, number 33, flying a kite. The position of a kite is given by that, where t is greater than or equal to 0 is measured in seconds, distance is measured in meters. Part A, how long is the kite above ground? So we are only concerned about the vertical component. So if we want to think of it just parametrically, y would be negative 3 over 64 t times t minus 160. So there's my vertical component in parametric form. So how long is it above ground? You can see that if you set that equal to 0, you're going to it's a parabola inverted because of the negative there, so it's going to go up and down, and it's going to go until it gets to 160 seconds. So 160 seconds would be our answer to part A. B, how high is it at t equal to 40? So we are just looking for y of 40. So we're going to plug in negative 3, or plug in 40 into our equation here. 64 times 40, 40 minus 160. Let's see if I have that answer somewhere. 225 meters high. There's our answer for part B. Part C, at what rate is the altitude increasing? We're still only concerned about the altitude, which is vertical. So we need to find out the rate of change vertically. So dy dt, and find the derivative of that. Maybe I'll distribute that rather than doing the product rule. So y of t would be negative 3 over 64 t squared. Let's see, 3 over 64 times 160. So 160 over 60, 80 over 32, 40 over 16, 20 over 8, 10 over 4, 5 over 2. So 3 times 5 over 2 would be 15 over 2. And it's a positive, so plus 15 over 2t, if I did that right. Okay, so we need to find the derivative of that and plug in 40. So dy dt equals negative 3 over 32 t plus 15 halves. Plug in 40 and we get some answer. Let's see if I have an answer here. I don't know, 15 over 4. That'd be meters per second. That would be our vertical rate of change. That's how what the rate is at 40 seconds. So you can see that it's still gaining altitude at that time because we have a positive vertical velocity. When does it lose altitude? So it loses altitude right up on top, right here. So we need to know when our vertical rate of change is 0. So we can set our change here equal to 0. So 0 equals negative 3 over 32 t plus 15 halves. So t equals 15 over 2 times 32 over 3. 15 over 2 times 32 over 3. I've got 80 seconds there. So it makes sense that our time is greater than 40 because it was still increasing at 40 seconds. So we knew it was going to be beyond 40 if we did everything right. So it looks like it peaks when it's at 80 seconds.